Alright, let's talk about Season 11 of Diablo 4. I see a bunch of people asking where we're going to get gear at. In this video, I'm going to go over, I'm going to show you where we're going to get some of the gear from. These are the simple ways. These are for the new players, the returning players, the people that are just looking to come in and casually play. Now, for myself, I'm a casual player. I play 2 to 3 hours a night most nights. If I can on Friday nights and Saturday nights, I do try to get a little bit more. This is where we're going to find some gear. This is how we're going to get our gear. There's multiple ways, and in this video I'm going to show you. But I want you to know the number one way that we're going to get gear is to literally just play the game. Play the game at your own pace, enjoy the game. Because what's going to happen is you're going to play, you're going to go hard, and then you're going to be really mad at yourself. The reason why you're going to be really mad at yourself is because once you get burnt out from this game, you don't want to pick this game back up typically. Unless you're one of the hardcore players that this is their full-time job or this is what they're doing full-time. Trust me when I tell you burnout happens. I actually am here because I am burnt out from World of Warcraft. I played way too much of it. So our first stop is going to be Hell Tides. As you can see, they are red on the map. The Hell Tides are good for gear. They're good for starter gear. They're good for all types of gear. So the number one thing about Hell Tides is this is where we're going to slay Duriel. When we slay Duriel, he drops good gear. Another thing about Hell Tides is we get cinders. As you can see up on my mini map, I have 0 cinders and I have 2 baneful hearts. The baneful hearts are what spawns Duriel. The cinders are what helps us open the chest in order to slay Duriel. However, those chests also do hold legendaries at the time. Most of these enemies here will also drop gear. Sometimes they drop legendaries. Duriel is the number one guy who's going to drop your legendaries, however, so I would definitely go up there and slay him when you have the chance. Most of the time, you can just jump in. Someone's slapping baneful hearts in there religiously. So come here, kill things, have a great time. It's like a slaughterhouse here. Pick everything up. Remember, your yellows can have affixes tapered onto them, or you can go to the Oculist and they can put the legendary affix on there for you. So again, come to Hell Tides. Simple, easy, great time. We can get gear here. So the next place we're going to go is the pit. The pit is another good place for gear. You're going to go into the pit. You are going to slaughter enemies. You're going to do it within the time limit. Then once you do that, it's going to open a portal. Once the portal opens, you're going to be able then to go kill Belial. Once you kill Belial, you will get gear from him. A lot of legendary drops, sometimes mythic drops, again, RNG dependent. Once that's done, you come out of the pit. You can continue this process over and over and over. Great way to get gear. Next thing we're going to talk about is Nightmare Dungeon. You click on the thing that you want to go into, the dungeon that you want to go into. That's in the character menu. It's going to teleport you to the dungeon. Once you teleport to the dungeon, you're going to slaughter all the enemies in here. As you slaughter the enemies in here, you're going to notice they can drop gear in here. That's super nice because they can also drop legendaries. At the end of the Nightmare Dungeon, however, as you're going to see, once you kill the final boss or whatever the final objective is, it will also give you the chance at getting gear. As you see, some legendaries dropped for me, but it also gives me a completion reward, gives me some legendaries for completing the Nightmare Dungeon. Once you're done with that, you can continue to do them until you run out of the sigils. Once you run out of the sigils, though, however, the further that you progress in the game, you are actually able to craft those sigils. So again, as long as you have the materials to craft the sigils and continue doing your Nightmare Dungeons. So now that we made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. I do want to say that I do apologize. This is the first video that I've ever edited and stuck out myself. I'm in the process of doing the learning process with it. It's going good, but it could probably be better. If there's some criticism, by all means, throw them in the comments. I don't mind taking criticism and running with it. I'm a nurse. I get criticized every day. I take it as constructive criticism. However, I do want to note that I do go live on Twitch. I do go live on Kick, and I do go live on YouTube. Most of the time, it is just Kick and YouTube. However, Diffused1976. I also upload shorts to TikTok, Diffused1976 as well, over there. I do that, again, this is just educational things that I'm doing. People that want to enjoy the game but are having a hard time understanding, where do I get gear? Why is this doing this? Why is this doing that? It's a Blizzard game. There's going to be bugs. If I find the bugs as they come up, I'll try to throw a short up and or a longer video up about them. Thanks for watching.